Just over 1 year ago, I was a college dropout. My parents were super disappointed in me, and I didn't even really know what path I was gonna go on in life. I just knew that I was going to be on some path. I just didn't know what it was yet. Fast forward to just 1 year later, I'm driving my dream car, I'm around my dream circle of friends, and I'm in my dream high rise apartment. And more important than any of the stuff I just listed, I have actual freedom. I have financial freedom and I have location freedom. I am not bound to making money based off how much time I have to put in, and I am not bound location wise for how much money I'm making. I can make money anywhere in the world, and I could put in 1 hour or 10 hours of work, and it wouldn't change that much in terms of how much I make in that set amount of time. I'm making this video because I just want to show you guys and explain to you that it's possible. I want to do like a small little recap on the last year and everything. If you guys don't know who I am, my name's Alex. I go by Cash Out Alex online, and I got that name from playing a basketball game on my Xbox when I was like 14 years old, and I just stuck with it. I feel like everyone at this point is just using their names that they just decided were cool when they were 12 years old. I want to start it off with who I was in school, because I feel like as a child, your whole identity is kind of surrounded by school. But in school, I was the kid that got in trouble for fun, for attention, because I just straight up enjoyed it. And I didn't like the idea of somebody telling me what to do. And it wasn't just teachers, it was any type of authority in my life. And even though I've changed significantly since then, just that one aspect about me alone has fueled me to make my own money online or just in general. I am never going to be okay with somebody telling me what to do, when to show up, and how much money they are going to give me. I honestly think one of my craziest investments ever was one of them that I made during school. And I'm not talking about monetary investments, though it led to that. I'm talking about an investment that I decided to invest my brain power and my time from a certain point on. So, up until about 14 years old, I was super good at school, excelling and on that route, because I wasn't even old enough to like think for myself yet. But as I started getting into high school, I started actually getting in trouble even more and rebelling authority even more so, and my grades started to drop. However, it wasn't all going bad. I had switched my mindset from I'm doing schoolwork to now I gotta figure it out in the real world. I was only 15 years old when I thought this. I mean, I wasn't grown up in the suburbs, but I wasn't grown up in like the hood, But I mean, a lot of people probably would look at where I live and call it the hood. But I don't feel like it was that bad. But I do feel like everyone there did have a poverty kind of mindset. And still do to this day, honestly. But no shots at where I'm from or how I came up. I obviously owe everything to that. But the other half of it is, I owe it to myself. And about that age where I started getting really in trouble and started to rebel authority, I really started to hate school. And because of this, I started to slowly drift away from the fact, okay, I'm not going to do school. I'm not going to do school. I'm not going to do school. And I kept telling myself that. And I started getting into small things such as reselling, and not the BS reselling that you see online, like the fake AirPods and stuff. I was real reselling. I was doing sneakers and clothing back when it was hot. And I was making a decent amount of money for the age that I was at that time. I ended up getting kicked out of high school fairly early and having to kind of finesse my way into the next high school. Just so you guys know, when you get expelled from school, no school is going to take you, like at least a private school. And my parents did not want to send me to another public school after I got expelled from one. And they probably thought I was on a really dark path at that point. And to be honest, I was. Like, my mental was the worst it was ever been at that spot. But I knew something needed to change. Fast forward about 3 years later, 2 years later, COVID happened. And I was still doing the sneaker thing, not making a lot of money, but making money. COVID was one of the first times that something really big had happened in my young little mind. And that was because even though I was goofing off and being stupid and doing who knows what, it was actually the first time in my life that I had like a good amount of time free. Because like when summer happens during school, everyone's trying to rush that 3 months. No one's worried about, trying to make money or working a job. You only work jobs to hang out at that age. And that's what I had been up until this point. But COVID happened and I had a year and a half of almost virtually no school. I did legitimately zero schoolwork. Why wouldn't I cheat on everything? And I didn't even know I still have these on. I actually started to make real money with sneakers, like a lot of money. over six figures, and I was under 18. And I started getting deeper into that world, and I started to see the world kind of crumble a little bit after about a year or two. And that was when I stumbled across Amazon FBA. Now, Amazon FBA is super commonly known more so in the private label realm. Private label is like you're building your own brand, you're buying products from Alibaba or who knows where. I strongly advise against that, especially for people that have less than $25,000 of capital. It's incredibly hard to start a brand. The reason I chose Amazon FBA is because one of my friends from sneakers had actually made over $500,000 off sneakers. He quit sneakers completely to do Amazon. The first time he told me about it, I ignored him. The second time, I ignored him again. And the third time that he told me about it, I ignored him a third time. But he never reached out after that. But I had seen like little snippets of him online a little bit. I saw that he was doing over $1 million a year with this so-called Amazon FBA. I didn't know what the hell it was, and I decided to take a look at it. So I hit him back up. I paid him for his time. I paid him a lot of money, and he helped me set up pretty quickly, and I got up off the ground. I asked really good questions because I'm not just gonna jump into some random niche, you know? I wanna know why I'm doing what I'm doing. And I picked Amazon for a few reasons. I knew that I didn't need to run ads. I knew that I didn't have to make a website or a storefront. I knew that it didn't take an insane amount of capital because I was doing a different business model called online arbitrage, which then has transformed into wholesale for me. And one of the biggest reasons was I didn't have to run ads and I didn't have to continually trying to get sales. The thing about Amazon is everything is done for you. And I was smart enough to realize that Amazon is not the biggest company in the world, or at least was back then, for no reason. I know that the only way you make real money in this world is if you provide a service to somebody else and you make other people money. And so I looked into this Amazon FBA thing. I saw that there were over 600 millionaires created through Amazon FBA. And because of that, I was like, why wouldn't I at least take a look at it? Even up until this point, I didn't have any crazy skills or anything like that, but I had enough conviction in myself based off my previous history that I could make this work. And why am I telling you guys this? I'm telling you guys this for two reasons. I want to document my journey because the early journey of someone who's doing well is probably more important. Is probably more important than when they actually get to the finish line of their journey. Because who the heck just wants to see the end result? People have more commonality with the beginning result, which is you getting set up and started. The second reason is because I am doing really good for myself now, and I've never quite done this well. And just in the last 3 months alone, I've been consistently hitting bigger and bigger and bigger months, and I'm about to start risking a lot of money, putting way more capital in, and things are gonna change really quickly for me. And I do want to capture this little moment in time where I'm kind of in that between phase of making decent money to making crazy money. This stuff is really possible, bro. Like, I'm still such a normal kid. If you were to throw me in my graduating class and analyze everybody psychologically, all of us would look the same. And I think it was just a combination of my personality type and the things that happened to me. Getting expelled, people telling me that in school I was gonna be most likely to be in jail. Like, that's not even a thing. That's not even a superlative. Like, that's not even one of the questions on the book. And I can attribute my success or my little success to a few things. Like I said, the luck of my personality types and the situations that happened to me at an early age. But the two biggest factors are, one, my family. I have a very strong family backbone, and because of this, I don't really need friends. I've never needed friends. I've never even cared too much. Of course, I have my boys that I still chill with and talk to, but I've never needed friends. There's a difference between wanting friends and needing friends. And needing friends is not a good feeling, because I have felt like that at times, but my family is very big and I'm very close with them. And the second thing is God. He put all these thoughts in my mind. He put my personality together, and he gave me the faith in order to believe in myself and believe that it was possible. It is possible. Like I said earlier, I'm not a unicorn. I'm incredibly normal, even still to this day. The only thing that I might have on someone who's starting compared to me is that I'm just an incredibly hard worker. I'm going to put in the work. I'm going to psychoanalyze everything. I'm going to work harder. I'm going to pray harder about it. I'm going to care about it more. I'm going to love it deeply because I want it more. I want it more. And I'm going to start coming more on here. And I'm going to start posting more things like this on YouTube because, dude, if you could, the amount of money and things that I would sacrifice for me at 16 or 17 or 18 here, things that my 21-year-old self is telling you guys right now, you don't know how valuable that would have been to me. I always wish I had a me when I was growing up. Now I feel like my purpose on this planet as a man is not to just take care of a family, wife and kids, because that's what I used to think it was, and that's what it is. But now I feel like I've been put here like for some different type of purpose, and I honestly feel like God has been calling me to lean more to the fact that I have to help other people because I wanted to be helped so bad when I was young. And I don't think I'll ever forget those feelings and those nights all alone. And of course, I would never change a thing. I would never change a thing. But I'll tell you right now, it didn't feel good. And I know how that feels. And I do believe that I'm here to help other people. And this video is not to funnel people or do anything weird like that, but if you guys are interested in working one-on-one with me, I do really believe that I can change your life. I only want people that also believe they can change their life. If you believe it, I know that I can handle it. I've done it with dozens of students before, and one of my close students that I've been working with for over a year and a half now, he started when he was 15. He's 16 years old now. He just bought a $35,000 brand new BMW with his own money, no help from his parent. And that happened about a month ago, and I still think about it almost every day. Not because it's some crazy accomplishment, like it's cool. I've had students do way better and bigger than that. But it's just the fact that I know this kid is going to continue compounding what I've shown him, and I can't wait to see this kid grow up, bro. I can't wait. And I can't even say it was all me because a lot of it was him. Because it takes two to tango, I guess, if that's the saying. But if you guys are interested, it's the first link in my bio. I'm going to wrap up the video here. I appreciate you guys if you guys made it to the end. And like always, have a blessed day, or in this case, a night.